Yo, video blog! Hey guys, John from the Super Awesome Geek Show. As you can see from the whited out window, I am in bright, sunny Florida. Finally! This drive has been awful. I don't even know what day it is. We just go to bed, get up and drive. Go to bed, get up and drive. Go to bed, get up and drive. And I think it's Wednesday? I mean, it's April, I know that. Like 3rd, 4th, somewhere around there. But anyway, I think it's Thursday. I think we've been driving for a full 7 days. And I've only done, like 4 video blogs? I don't know why. Some days I just don't do it. I don't know. But anyways, yes, we went through great Pensacola, Florida, which was awesome. Pensacola is a really nice place. I really loved it. Beautiful weather. At least this time of year it was beautiful weather. Beaches are magnifique. Oh, it's awesome. I have been seeing this. This is interesting. Okay, here's a geeky thing for you. So, I'm not a hipster, so I'm turning it around again. But anyway, so the Wonder Woman, the emblem, Wonder Woman's emblem. Look up a place called Whataburger. I've been seeing a lot of Whataburgers down here, and I swear their logo looks a lot like Wonder Woman's logo currently, you know? It's kind of interesting. Or at least it reminds me of it, I guess. I'll have to look at them side by side next time I stop, because I want to look myself, you know. Or I guess I could do the Ask Siri thing, because that has been working great the entire trip. Yeah, so I've seen cranes. They look like pterodactyls. Pretty cool. Pelicans already. We were driving by one area. Pardon me. Why is it that it seems like this entire trip, like when I'm not talking, well, of course, because I start talking and it, never mind. I just have to, like, all of a sudden there's like a burp or something in there when I go to do one of these video blogs, and it didn't seem like it was there the whole rest of the way, you know. But, what was I going to say here? Oh yeah, the pelican. I saw this pelican, like, dive bomb. It dive bombed a bird, or a fish or something, because it was like, from out of the view of my window, all of a sudden, whoof, it goes flying right by, and just splash right into the water. So, it was like, yeah, pretty cool, you know. Kind of like how the Muto did. Remember that, when it dive bombed that boat in the new Godzilla movie? That was so cool! Yeah, it was like that, except smaller. Not the size of a Muto, but like a pelican. You know, if you scale it. Not that pelicans are that big. Yeah, I can't wait. So, Dad booked a hotel. We're going to stay in Orlando. I think that's our plan. I believe now, because we've been driving a lot since Pensacola, so I believe now we are, we might be only about an hour or two outside of Orlando, and that's where we're going to stay. So we're going to have an early day today. We're going to end our drive a little earlier than normal. We've usually been driving 10 to 12 hours a day. This truck can barely go above 65. It kind of tops out at 70. So, yeah, we've been stuck at slower speeds. So this is taking a lot longer than I assumed. I thought maximum 4 or 5 days, but now it's turning into 7 or 8. Well, it will be, I guess, 7.5, right? Because my dad says Orlando's only about 2.5, maybe 3 hours at most, depending on traffic and our speed from his condo. So we'll probably get up at 5 in the morning and leave at 5 in the morning. So get up like 4 or something, because he always takes about an hour or so to get ready. I gotta show you this. I found out on this trip that my dad is actually a white version of Saw Gerrera. He came out with his gear on for sleep. My dad has sleep apnea, and I'm not it's no joking matter, okay? Sleep apnea is a serious matter. But I'm just saying that, you know, he's kind of a big guy, bigger than Lawrence Fishburne. So sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate that Lawrence was a big guy. But, I mean, Lawrence is stocky, but I mean, my dad is big. Admittedly, he's overweight. He's been telling me how this is going to help us both because I can help him exercise more. We'll go for walks together. I can encourage him to use the treadmill, things like that, where he can help keep me more mentally in line and not have as many freakouts and panic attacks and, that kind of jazz. So, and plus we can play the stock market together without being on the phone and having me have to be awake at 6 in the morning, because we do our trading before the market opens in the United States, and then we sell everything around 10 o'clock a.m. because usually things start spiking on the European and Japanese markets early in the morning for us, and then so we'll buy it right when the pre-market opens, and then at 9 a.m. Eastern time, when the market actually opens, we just watch it, and everybody who's been waiting until that market opens, they buy, and you get this huge spike, and then around 10 to 10:30, it'll spike back down. So about 10 o'clock, we usually sell it. So we're getting into what I'm calling, I guess, hour and a half trading. It's not even day trading, it's like hour and a half trading. So we'll be able to do a lot of that together as well, and that's always fun, because it's great when you can sit there and in a matter of an hour make $1,000 or $1,500, or in my dad's case, $10,000 or $20,000, because he's got more to invest than I do. That's some fun things that we're going to do together. Also, the beaches. We're going to do the beaches together. My dad likes going down there sometimes at like 4 or 5 in the morning. And of course, I don't mind getting up that early. I'm an early bird. I don't like staying up past 9 or 10. So, 9 o'clock's a good time to go to bed for me. I guess that's just my natural rhythm. So, everybody has a different rhythm. And when you figure that out, your life's a lot happier if you stay with that natural rhythm. So, while he's sitting and watching the sunset, which is what he likes to do at the beach, he'll walk up and down it maybe once or twice, and then he likes to get a lawn chair and watch the sun come up. I'm going to buy a metal detector, and I'm going out there because just a few months ago, someone was only out about 20 feet off the shore, found $4 million worth of gold coins, and that was only about 7 coins, okay? So if you find one coin, that's fine. And people are finding them all the time. It's like, my dad's like, every other month there's a story about someone who found 1 or 2 or more of these gold coins from the ships from way back that just wrecked along the shore of Florida. And all along the beaches, east and west coast of Florida, people are finding them. So I figure, especially after a storm front or a surge comes in, where it's washed everything up, I'll go with them to the beach that morning and do a little bit of metal detecting and see what I can get, Fortunately, they make waterproof metal detectors now. So I'll wait out about waist deep, maybe this deep or so, and see what I can find. And don't worry, I have already swam with sharks and been in the water with sharks, so I'm not going to get eaten. I know how to, handle myself around animals, and you could tell from my other pictures and videos and different things from before that I've caught fish with my bare hand that are 4 foot long, 5 foot long fish, and you can tell that I've stood next to alligators and gone up to them while they're hanging out and stuff. So if you know the animal and understand their nature, you can work with them and survive around them. You just can't have a cut. If I have any cuts on my legs or anywhere, you're done. So that's no end of the water when you're bleeding. anywhere on your body. If there's any sores or blood, do not go in the water. Not to mention the salt water will probably hurt it, but anyway. So, yeah, I made it through just about everything I put on my phone, movie and television wise. I didn't expect that, but I thought, gosh, that's way more stuff than anyone can ever watch. But I guess if you're doing 10 to 12 hour days sitting in a truck, and that's all you can do, you know? I mean, and I was listening to it. Don't think I was watching. It's, you know, the brightness, like I said, is turned down so that I can't watch it even if I wanted to. So it's basically just, I'm listening to movies and things that I'm familiar with. Stuff that I've seen practically, I mean, all the Star Wars stuff I pretty much know by heart, line for line. Even the aliens, where the beeps are, the music comes in. So, because I've watched, I'm not kidding, since the day the VHS tapes came out, way back in the 80s, I have watched at least one of the Star Wars films every week. And the last probably 20 years or so, I have probably watched the entire Star Wars stuff every week. Star Wars, in some fashion, is always on in the background when I'm loading eBay stuff, or working on the podcast, or working on videos. Unless I'm recording, of course, then I hit pause and record. But that is my go-to thing to have on, just in the background all the time. So I've automatically got it memorized. I remember once my friend Jeremy Griffith, Jeremy, if you're listening or watching, if you might remember this, but one day we were in the car, this was way back, like we were 17, 18 years old, maybe, you know, and he said one line from Return of the Jedi, alright? And I just kind of laughed and said the next line, and then he said the next line, and then I said the next line. So we were like all the different characters in the movie, but just line, 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 line. And we went through the whole movie, and then went into Star Wars and Empire and stuff. It was just like we were on this drive, and both of us just knew it by heart, you know, and all the beeps, all the alien language stuff, everything, you know. Gota, gota, solo, go shuda, donchita pere. You know, all that stuff. So, yeah, can't wait. I think Orlando's going to be fun. We're going to park the truck, stay at the La Quinta Inn, because that is my dad's favorite place to stay. And most of, I think every place except two, we've stayed at the La Quinta Inn. And I got to tell you, my dad really likes them. They're nice, they're good. But they're exactly the same as Quality Inn, as Comfort Inn, as Best Western, as Motel 6, as Super 8, as every single one of them. Every hotel I've been in has 2 beds, a desk, a TV, a place to wash your face, and a shower and a bathroom. And they're all laid out almost exactly the same, you know? So, unless you buy a suite, I don't think there's any difference in any hotel. So there's no point in paying the higher price when it's the exact same thing. They all have Wi-Fi, it's free. They all have plugins now for your phones, you know, so there's no difference. I don't get why people pay more money for the same thing. But you guys can do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm gonna pay for I'm gonna do the cheap ones. Like when I'm staying at Star Wars Celebration here, the place I'm staying is 1.4 miles down the road from the convention center. $36 a night. So, and I guarantee you it's going to be exactly the same as the Ramada that's attached to the convention center. That probably costs $200 a night. So, yeah. But I don't like spending money. You guys already know that. I like to get the best deal that I can on everything. Which is also why you'll find on the eBay store, Kingdom of the Geeks, a lot of stuff, once it gets put back up at the end of April, as I, because everything's packed, I took the store down while I was moving, But a lot of stuff is priced a lot less than market value, because I get a great deal on a lot of this stuff, and I pass the savings along to you guys, the customers, because I feel that if I get a deal, you should get a deal. And I'm the kind of person that always hunts for the best deal, so I want to make sure I'm giving everybody else the best deal. It's the one for all for one attitude. And until this country or world decides that we absolutely have to get rid of money, that's the way it's going to be. I'm going to hunt for the best deal, and I'm going to try to give other people the best deal that I can give. And by the way, the reason I feel like we need to get rid of money is because I don't think that this country can continue to pay for the infrastructure that much longer. We might only have about another 10 years before we run out of enough financial resources to pay for the infrastructure. Because if you remember, like I do, just 10 years ago or so, when you went to build a bridge, it cost a few million up to like tens of millions. And then 5 years ago, bridges suddenly cost $100 million to build. And now, every time you hear about some bridge project or a new thing, it's in the billions of dollars only 5 years later. So, going by that rate, in another couple years, you'll start reaching the hundreds of billions, 50 billion to hundreds of billions, and then you're going to end up in where bridges cost $1 trillion. Well, if every bridge in America, these hundreds of thousands of bridges we have, start costing $1 trillion each to repair, where is that going to come from? So the entire economic system in this country is going to collapse, and it has to. There's no other way. If we keep raising wages and we keep raising the cost of goods, what else is there? There isn't enough stuff. It's just going to, die. The economy is going to die. There's no other choice. Agree? Disagree? Although this isn't that show. That's more for Jason and those guys. Back to the geeky stuff and the travel vlog. There are some bugs down here. You wait till you see a picture. I hit one that was splattered on my windshield, and the splatter looks about 6 inches long, bright yellow. I haven't cleaned it off yet. It's on the passenger side. It's not in my way. And I want to take a picture of it so I can put it on YouTube or on Twitter. Been keeping up with the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes app game. Every night when we go to the hotel, I do the dailies on that. It's been good to see Daryl and Derek. Hey, there's a wild turkey on the side of the road. Dinner. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, so it's good. That game's fun. If you haven't played it, you should try it. I just got Chirrut Imwe yesterday. Was very excited about that. And today got Sabine Wren. So that was cool. Yeah, so when we get to Orlando, right, I was going to tell you something about that. That's right. So Dad says we're going to park the car at the La Quinta Inn. Park my truck. Then he's going to take the car and drive me to my hotel and then show me where the convention center is, because he's done this stuff before. Because he doesn't think that I'm going to like where the hotel is compared to the convention center. So his idea is that if I don't, I'm going to cancel that reservation, get my money back, and he'll set me up with something else, with me giving him the money I paid for that one as part of, which is also very nice of him if he wants to put me closer. But I have a strange feeling that everything is sold out already, because I couldn't find anything when I was looking closer than a mile. But I don't think a mile's that bad. I'll just do an Uber if I don't walk it. I might just walk, but you know, if I don't feel like walking, if it's too hot or something, I'll just get an Uber for a mile. What's that going to cost? $5 at the most? Because parking there is $25 a day, so I'm not going to drive a mile to pay $25. Yeah. So, yeah. So I may get to see the convention center a little bit early. I'm going to bring my press badge up just in case, because if they are setting up, I don't know how long it takes to set this stuff up. Like if they're setting it up all week long and then next weekend we get to go to the show, or if they only take a day or two to set up, I don't know. But if there is any setup or anything going on there already, heck, maybe my press passes and stuff will get me in. And I can see what's going on behind the scenes while they're setting up. I'll be sure to take a video if that works. But Saw Gerrera, that's right, my dad. Boy, I am losing it. I've been driving so long, my brain is all discombobulated, I guess. So, the sleep apnea, he has to wear the mask. Well, he puts all that gear on and has this, now they're small enough where they can clip on, right? And he put a little bit of distilled water or something in there, and I think that's a filtration thing. And so it keeps his airways open while he sleeps. But I swear to you, it was the same mask and hose that Saw Gerrera was wearing. And my dad pulls it out, he's like, you know, and I'm like, my dad is Saw Gerrera. He's a white version of Saw Gerrera. So I gotta start calling him Bob Gerrera. Or Saw Adams. What would it be? I don't know. He's Bob Adams. Does Bob Gerrera sound better than Saw Adams? I think so. So, yeah. So now we'll call my dad Bob Gerrera from now on. And, he's got this cool mask. He can be like, John, I am your father. Yeah. So, even though my dad has sleep apnea, which is a serious, serious condition. I mean, it's serious. He could die any night in his sleep, you know, if this thing goes wrong. That's how bad it is. But it's still, now I know where that stuff comes from. I know what they used in Star Wars to make Saw Gerrera's mask thing. So, I mean, there's a little bit of coolness factor in there and a little bit of fun. At the same time, a serious situation. Do you get what I mean? I think you can see both sides of it like I can and he can. He was amused by it when I showed him a picture of Saw, you know, so it's not like he was offended. So, you know. Let's see, anything else? I think that's it for now. Yeah. I'm Batman. And I'll see you later. Have a great day. Keep it geeky out there. Super Awesome Geek Show. Follow us on Twitter at Awesome Geek Show. Bye-bye.